Something impossible was caught on a ranger's camera, shattering silence, science, and every rule we thought unbreakable. What you're about to witness isn't another blurry myth or campfire rumor. It's a raw, freezing cold fragment of reality that should never have seen daylight. A veteran park ranger, trained to fear nothing, nearly dropped his flashlight when a towering figure emerged from the tree line, moving with a terrifying blend of intelligence and animal fury. The footage is violent in its stillness, broad shoulders cutting through the fog, eyes burning like molten amber, breath steaming like a prehistoric beast dragged out of extinction. Scientists who analyzed the clip reportedly froze, rewound, and argued, unable to explain the impossible biomechanics of the creature's gait. And if this video is real, then everything we know about evolution, dominance, and survival collapses instantly. Before we dive into the full shocking truth, like and subscribe now. A park ranger hiking a remote northern trail recorded this at dawn using a thermal-stabilized field camera, one silent figure towering between the trees, moving with unnatural weight. A massive silhouette shifts left, caught on camera. Broad shoulders scan between trunks, filmed in total silence. Snow trembles as something heavy steps. On camera, scientists shocked. Experts reviewing the footage noted limb proportions far beyond human norms. Arms hanging well below the waist, a torso broad like a Texas cold storage wall, and a gait both heavy and impossibly smooth, like a refrigerator-sized predator gliding over deep powder. Some even compared the posture to skookum legends, said to roam dense forests with soundless power. But if something that large can move through fresh snow without leaving a clear trail, what exactly is hiding its tracks? The next case reveals something even closer. Too close. Near a backwoods service road, a mechanic driving home after midnight captured this creature emerging straight into his headlights. No warning, no sound, no hesitation. A hulking torso leans forward, caught on dashcam. Long arms drag near the ground, filmed at close range. The creature blinks and its eyes flare orange-red on camera. Analysis suggests a being roughly 2.7 to 3 meters tall, with muscles stacked under thick, matted fur, moving with a strange mix of weight and fluidity, like a buffalo wrapped in shadows but stepping as softly as a stalking cougar. Bone density models hint it could withstand massive force, indicating an evolutionary path built for brute strength and stealth combined. If it willingly stepped into the headlights, was it warning him or studying him? The next case shows what happens when two appear at once. A hunter reviewing his trail cam data found this chilling clip. Two towering shapes emerging from darkness, dragging a full-grown buck as if it weighed nothing. A massive form crawls forward, caught on camera. Another follows behind, eyes glowing like embers. The deer kicks once, then goes still, filmed clearly. Experts pointed out how the leading creature's arms extend well past its knees, matching no known primate, while its movements remain terrifyingly efficient. Bent posture, shoulder-first stride, weight centered like a trained grappler. Some compared it to Wendigo descriptions from northern tribes, though the musculature here is thicker, more grounded, suggesting something built for both cold survival and ambush hunting. If these two were hunting as a coordinated pair, what else might their clan be capable of? The next case shows one walking directly beside a highway. A highway patrol dashcam accidentally recorded this enormous silhouette pacing along the tree line, just outside headlight reach, matching the vehicle's speed without effort. A towering body shifts from shadow to shadow, caught on dashcam. Long arms swing low, filmed in eerie rhythm. Its head never turns, yet it knows the car is there. Biomechanics experts say its stride length, nearly triple a human's, indicates extraordinary hip flexibility and tendon recoil power, like a 1990s industrial freezer on legs, but moving with marathon smoothness. Darker fur reflects almost no light except where the underskin, gray and thick, appears through thin patches, hinting at extreme environmental adaptation. If it can keep pace with a moving vehicle without breaking a sweat, how long had it been following travelers unnoticed? The next case shows one confronting construction workers. Road workers repairing a rural slope at night never expected the excavation floodlights to reveal a creature vaulting out of the tree line with terrifying precision. A huge figure bursts from darkness, caught on security cam. Its arms spread wide, filmed mid-air. Workers scatter as the shape lands silently. Researchers examining the footage note the explosive leg power, launching a multi-hundred-pound body as easily as a trained NFL linebacker leaping off turf, yet landing without a thud, suggesting foot structures engineered for stealth. The upper body bulk is enormous, shoulders nearly doorframe wide, with fur matted from humidity and motion, matching reports of deep forest giants occasionally emerging when disturbed. If loud machinery didn't scare it off, what exactly drew it in? The next case shows a creature doing the opposite, kneeling. At the edge of a frozen clearing, a motion-activated camera caught a massive figure stooping toward a small animal. Its movement slow, deliberate, almost investigative. A bulky shape kneels, caught on infrared. Its eyes flare white, filmed at close range. The smaller animal doesn't flee, just trembles. Analysts studying frame by frame noticed an oddly gentle posture, as though the creature were examining rather than attacking. Massive hands, each the size of a shovel head, move with surprising precision, hinting at a level of dexterity and curiosity unlike most large predators. The contrast between brute strength and delicate control echoes early stories of orang pendek, a creature said to study rather than strike when uncertain. If strength this overwhelming can also be calm, what intelligence is hidden behind those eyes? And what happens when curiosity turns into interest? A trail cam deep in a Midwestern forest captured this at 2:33 a.m. as a fox sprinted past something impossibly large standing by a tree. A massive shadow bends the tree line, caught on camera. Long arms sway past the fox, filmed clearly in night infrared. Its eyes flare orange, scanned frame by frame, and scientists are shocked. The creature's proportions, nearly 2.7 meters tall with shoulders wide as a steel barn door, move with a predatory calm. Each step heavy like a buffalo yet silent like a stalking panther, suggesting an unknown primate capable of navigating total darkness while avoiding human detection for generations. If it can stand still enough to blend into the tree trunks, how many times has it been near hikers without them knowing? A logger driving through remote Australian bushland recorded this at midday, the creature emerging between ferns and eucalyptus as the vehicle slowed. Something huge parts the ferns, caught on camera. It advances with deliberate weight, filmed head-on. No one believed it until the vehicle shook from its steps. Its chest, thick like a vintage refrigerator, rises and falls with controlled breathing, arms so long they brush the undergrowth, hinting at an evolutionary offshoot built for climbing, power, and sudden acceleration, capable of crossing dense terrain without ever breaking a branch louder than a whisper. If it can follow a moving truck under broad daylight, how often does it shadow hikers without being seen? A northern trail cam recorded this a little after 01:00 a.m. in a moss-lined corridor of silent pines where even wind rarely moves. A broad form emerges from darkness, filmed in perfect silhouette. Shoulders stretch impossibly wide, caught on night vision. It scans left, then right, scientists shocked by its posture. The creature's mass, visible even beneath thick fur, resembles documented skookum accounts, northwestern legends of giants that drag elk into trees, while its gait shows limb proportions too long for any ape, implying specialized locomotion adapted for stealth, endurance, and night hunting over vast territories. If it was searching for something, what sound did it hear that the camera didn't? A homeowner's doorbell camera filmed this at 4:21 p.m., broad daylight. During a routine delivery drop-off, a hulking arm reaches in, caught on door cam. Massive fingers curl around a package, filmed clearly. The creature turns, eyes reflecting light like molten metal. Its hands, far too large for any human, exhibit surprising precision, enough to lift a box without crushing it, suggesting advanced dexterity and tool familiarity unusual for a creature over 2.5 meters tall, raising questions about foraging intelligence and learned behavior around human settlements. If it can approach a house this quietly in daylight, how often does it stand on porches at night without being recorded? A phone recording from a snowy ridge captured this pale giant emerging from a tree line after the season's first heavy snowfall. A white figure moves against the wind, filmed in open terrain. Snow swirls around its stride, caught on video. Its fur blends perfectly into the blizzard glare. The creature's coloration mirrors historical Yeti depictions. Dense, frost-resistant fur, elongated limbs, and energy-efficient movement, suggesting a cold-adapted branch of an ancient primate line able to migrate between alpine zones, using camouflage and silence as survival strategies. If it thrives in freezing isolation, where does it vanish when winter ends? A hiker scanning the tree line with a handheld camera captured this towering white figure shifting between trunks. A blur of pale fur shifts left, caught on shaky video. It pauses, turning toward the witness, filmed clearly. A cloud of breath pulses from its massive chest. Its movement, smooth yet impossibly tall, suggests leg proportions beyond any bear or human, and the icy fur matting indicates sub-zero adaptation. Its silhouette aligns with legends of cold region giants whose territory expands silently during harsh winters. If it chose not to approach the witness, what was it waiting for deeper in the forest? Recorded at 4:11 a.m. by a frozen cabin window in the Washington backcountry, a ski patrol surveillance feed captured a massive silhouette drifting through waist-deep snow while two workers inside had no idea a colossal figure was only inches beyond the thin glass separating them. A hulking shadow passes the frame, caught on camera in perfect silence. Heavy arms swing low, filmed through swirling flakes that fail to conceal its bulk. Its footsteps sink impossibly deep, scanned like something weighing far beyond any known mountain wildlife. Scientists reviewing the footage proposed a cold-adapted primate with an expanded thoracic cage, temperature-resistant hair, and a stride too smooth, like a 300-pound NFL linebacker gliding across an ice rink, suggesting an evolutionary offshoot designed for silent Arctic locomotion and ambush hunting in blizzard conditions. If a creature towering over 3 meters can move this close without sound, how many times has something ancient watched us from the tree line without us ever noticing? Shot from a dashcam on a remote logging route in northern Alberta at dawn, a lone driver slammed his brakes when his headlights illuminated a towering, fur-covered figure wrestling a full-grown moose in the middle of the soaked asphalt, as if trying to drag it off the road. A massive body shifts in the fog, caught on camera like a nightmare crossing reality. Wide shoulders glisten under rain, filmed gripping the moose with terrifying ease. The animal thrashes helplessly, scanned in the beam as the figure barely moves. Researchers who studied the footage speculated the creature's musculature resembled a prehistoric hominid. Deep chest cavity, elongated forearms, and tendon density comparable to a bull gorilla, yet it moved with unnatural balance, like a refrigerator-sized predator built to haul prey uphill through mud or snow without slowing. If a being strong enough to control a moose wanders highways before sunrise, what stops it from dragging a human into the forest without leaving a trace? Captured on a misty morning from a home security cam in rural Maine, a resident reviewing motion alerts froze when they saw a 3-meter figure casually approach their parked SUV and try the car door handle as if it had watched humans do it before. A bulky silhouette stands beside the vehicle, caught on camera with chilling clarity. One enormous hand clamps the door frame, filmed prying with deliberate intention. The creature leans close, scanned by the lens as breath fogs the window glass. Experts analyzing the footage suggested cognitive abilities beyond instinct, possibly problem-solving intelligence similar to orangutans, but scaled onto an apex predator with gorilla mass and a skeletal structure tuned for power rather than agility. Its posture hinted at curiosity, not rage, making the scene even more disturbing. If it has learned how doors work, what stops it from learning how locks, windows, or even houses work? Recorded by a wildlife biologist in Borneo while monitoring orangutan movements, a strange reddish fur giant emerged from the vegetation, far larger than any documented orangutan, moving on 2 legs with a slow, deliberate stride and watching the observer through the reeds. A massive silhouette rises by the river, caught on camera before slipping back. Its arms dangle past its knees, filmed swaying like wet ropes under the canopy. The creature studies the biologist, scanned with eyes reflecting amber light. Comparing the footage to known species, scientists noted similarities to orang-pendek legends, reports of oversized reddish hominids documented by Dutch explorers in the 1920s. Yet this figure was far taller, with shoulder breadth like a steel freezer door, and gait fluid enough to suggest adaptations for both climbing and terrestrial dominance, an impossible hybrid for modern primates. If something this large can hide in one of the world's most studied jungles, how much do we truly know about what watches us from the brush? Captured during a family gathering in rural Pennsylvania, a backyard security camera caught a towering figure stepping from behind a shed, startling several relatives who thought they heard branches snapping but assumed it was deer, until they saw the footage later that night. A dark mass shifts behind a tree, caught on camera just inches from the group. An enormous arm swings out, filmed brushing the shed like testing its strength. Glowing eyes hover in the shadows, scanned between tree trunks as people laugh unaware. Analysts reviewing the video noted the figure's proportions. Massive torso, extreme limb length, and forward-leaning posture matched historical accounts of skookum, a tribal legend describing forest giants that moved silently despite massive weight, with steps heavy as buffalo, yet as quiet as stalking cougars. If it stood so close during a noisy family gathering, what keeps it from walking right into the crowd without anyone hearing? A skier resting in a cabin near Banff set up a phone against the window to record snowfall, only to capture a towering black figure trudging through deep drifts, then dropping to all fours and crawling with impossible speed before vanishing behind a line of spruces. A hulking outline moves through snow, caught on camera in eerie silhouette. Its shoulders roll like boulders under fur, filmed pushing through the drifts. Then it drops down, scanned crawling with a predator's fluid precision. Biologists who studied the footage proposed a creature capable of switching gaits like a bear, but balancing with the spinal alignment of a hominid, allowing both upright travel and stealth quadrupedal sprinting. Its frame, broad as a pickup hood, moved with unsettling grace, suggesting tendons engineered for burst power in extreme terrain. If it can crawl faster than a human can run, what chance would anyone alone in the snow truly have? Recorded on a fog-heavy November morning by an Illinois hiker's phone, the figure emerged between the trees as if stepping out of a memory the forest didn't want revealed. A broad shape scanned the clearing, filmed without warning. Two arms dangled past the knees, caught on shaky zoom. Orange glint eyes locked forward, on camera, unblinking. Experts later argued the stride was too even, too heavy, yet too silent for any known primate, moving with the bizarre grace of a creature built like a 90s refrigerator, but gliding like an NFL running back avoiding tackles in slow motion, with shoulder width far past human limits and hair thick like rain-packed moss. If it walks directly toward the only human watching, was that curiosity, or was it choosing the moment to close the distance? This footage came from a livestock barn's infrared camera in rural Montana at 2:14 a.m. after the farm dog's frantic barking triggered motion recording. A massive silhouette leaned over the gate, caught on infrared. Teeth flashed unnaturally wide, filmed in a frozen snarl. The dog backed away, tail stiff, captured on camera trembling. Biologists reviewing the clip noted the creature's jaw width and eye spacing didn't match wolves, bears, or even gorillas, suggesting a possible branch of hominid with enlarged bite force. Thick fur clumped like swamp-drenched bison hide, and arms proportioned for arboreal leverage despite its ground-heavy posture, a combination unseen in modern fauna yet echoing native skookum legends describing forest giants that grin before they take. If it bares its teeth not from fear, then what reaction was it waiting for from the dog? This clip was filmed from a truck dash cam on an isolated Oregon highway just after midnight, when the driver slowed down thinking he'd hit a deer. A towering form stumbled into the headlights, caught on video. Its fur dripped with rain, filmed in streaks across its chest. One massive hand slapped the hood, captured frame by frame. Researchers who analyzed the footage noted the arm length indicated a primate far beyond known species, with a shoulder mass comparable to a Texas walk-in freezer wall, yet maneuvering with predatory precision, absorbing impact with fluid knee flexion, more like a stalking cougar than a heavy mammal, suggesting advanced muscular structure and evolutionary traits adapted for sudden movement despite its enormous size. If it survived being struck by a truck without falling, what else has tried and failed to stop it? A state trooper dashcam recorded this at dawn on a deserted forest road in Washington, capturing a lone figure walking the shoulder like it belonged there. Fog swallowed most details, but its outline remained steady. Arms swung far below the hips, caught in perfect rhythm. The head never turned, filmed as if ignoring the patrol car. Analysts pointed out the creature's gait cycle, long, even steps that displaced mist in a cone-shaped drift, suggesting a lung capacity and torso rotation exceeding human biomechanics, with thick, rain-matted fur indicating insulation similar to cold-weather megafauna, perhaps a relic species surviving in deep conifer systems untouched since the Ice Age. If it didn't acknowledge the police lights, did it truly not care, or did it simply not consider humans a threat? A hunter's dash cam caught this at dusk on a remote Canadian back road, something huge arranging rocks across the asphalt like marking territory. A hunched shape placed stones in deliberate rows, filmed clearly. It paused, scanned the tree line, caught on headlights. Muscles rippled under wet fur, captured in eerie stillness. Forest trackers reviewing the footage noted the pattern resembled boundary marking used by higher primates and ancient tribal signals, but scaled to a creature over 8 feet tall, with arms dragging weight like a trained powerlifter, yet stepping lightly as if the ground remembered each footprint. This behavior hints at intelligence, territorial mapping, and possibly communication rituals older than any modern species. If it's leaving markers across human roads, is it warning us or claiming something back? This clip came from a hiker's phone in Tennessee, trembling as a massive figure stepped out onto a ridgeline trail and began closing distance with chilling confidence. Its head dipped forward, filmed between bare branches, its hands curled inward, caught swinging past its knees. Its breathing, heavy, rhythmic, picked up on audio. Anthropologists reviewing the footage proposed that its posture, chest expansion, and limb ratio suggest a surviving offshoot of Pleistocene hominids, with fur density matching cold-adapted mammals and gait precision similar to a stalking predator. Built like a freight freezer but moving with the patience of a mountain lion that chooses when to strike and when to observe. If it was walking directly toward the lone witness, how long had it already been watching from the trees? The footage begins from inside a tent, the camera pointed outward toward a dimly glowing campfire. Snow blankets the ground, and mountains loom in the distance under a cold blue sky. Suddenly, a towering figure steps into view, massive, fur-covered, and strangely unsure of its surroundings. Instead of charging, it stops abruptly, startled by the crackling fire as if the flames themselves were alive. Its posture hunches, arms dangling low, and its head turns slowly, scanning for threats. You can almost feel the creature's confusion, as though it wandered too close by accident. The cameraman doesn't move. He only breathes, quietly, controlled, terrified of making a sound. For a moment, time freezes. Then the creature jolts backward, spooked by the fire popping loudly, and clumsily retreats into the snow-covered woods. It's rare to see something so massive behave with fear, and that's exactly what makes this moment so unsettling. The unknown is always watching. Captured in a forest covered with fallen leaves, a tall, shadowy figure stands motionless between the trees. At first glance, it looks like a person wearing a hooded coat, but the proportions are all wrong. Arms too long, legs too thick, the posture strangely animalistic. The figure barely moves, only tilting its head, watching the camera with an eerie stillness that feels unnaturally controlled. As the wind stirs the leaves, it steps forward, not walking like a human, but gliding with heavy, deliberate weight. Every footstep crunches loudly in the silence, yet its breathing cannot be heard. The person filming whispers something shaky, zooming in, and for a split second, the figure's hooded head lifts just enough to reveal a snout-like shape underneath. That's when panic finally hits. The camera shakes violently as the filmer stumbles backward. But the creature doesn't chase. It only stands there as though guarding something hidden deeper in the woods, impossibly calm, terrifyingly patient. This clip shows a massive dark shape perched high in a pine tree, clinging to the trunk with immense strength. At first, viewers assumed it was a bear, but the outline is wrong. The torso is too long, the arms are too muscular, and its head is shaped more like a primate, yet not like any known species. It stays almost perfectly still, except for slow, deliberate shifts in weight, as if trying to blend into the bark. The person recording zooms in, and you can clearly see two bright eyes reflecting the overcast sky. Then, out of nowhere, the creature emits a deep rumble, not quite a growl, not quite a roar, something in between. Birds scatter instantly. The creature grips the tree tighter, claws scraping wood, and begins descending in a way no bear would, using its arms first like an ape. The filmer gasps and backs away, footsteps crunching rapidly. The creature pauses halfway down, head turning sharply, as though deciding whether to pursue. The clip ends abruptly. This video was supposedly recorded on October 14, 2025, in Bangor, Maine, and shows a bulky, dark figure trudging down a wooded path. The camera catches it from behind, revealing long arms swinging almost below the knees, and a heavy, deliberate gait. The lighting is natural, suggesting early morning, and the mist between trees gives everything a surreal, dreamlike atmosphere. As the creature continues walking, it suddenly stops, tilts its head as if hearing something, then turns halfway, enough to show part of its face. The features are shockingly human yet distorted, deep-set eyes, a pronounced brow ridge, and a mouth that seems too wide. The creature then resumes walking, completely unbothered by the person filming. The oddest detail is the movement of its shoulders, rolling and shifting like something massively strong but tired. The clip ends before anyone approaches it, leaving only questions. Was it real? A hoax? Or something that shouldn't exist, roaming freely in the Maine wilderness? This clip captures a hulking figure standing at the water's edge. Its back is turned at first, thick black fur dripping with river mist. Then it suddenly throws its head back and releases a booming howl that reverberates across the forest in a way no known animal vocalization does. The sound is too deep for a human, too resonant for a wolf, and too long for a bear. Birds explode from the trees in every direction. The creature's muscles flex beneath its fur as it turns sideways, revealing a jawline that seems unsettlingly human. The filmer can be heard whispering, panicking, unsure of whether to run or stay completely still. When the creature stops howling, it lowers its head and sniffs the air as though it senses it's being watched. Then, with shocking speed for its size, it strides into the tree line, disappearing instantly. The silence afterward is almost worse than the howl itself. In the final clip, a massive figure walks slowly across a forest campsite, illuminated by shafts of golden dusk. The creature's movements are heavy but strangely graceful, and its arms hang low with a gentle sway that seems almost thoughtful. It doesn't notice the person filming at first, until a twig snaps. The creature freezes mid-step, head rising in a slow, unnerving motion. Its silhouette stands perfectly still against the fading sunlight, and you can feel the tension rising as the filmer quietly inhales. Then the creature turns, revealing a face both intelligent and wild, eyes reflecting the last sliver of daylight. Instead of attacking, it simply watches, unblinking, as though studying a threat that isn't worth confronting. After a long, chilling pause, it turns away and continues walking deeper into the trees. No aggression, no chase, just cold awareness. As we reach the end of this journey, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The world is far stranger, deeper, and more mysterious than we allow ourselves to believe. Every clip we've watched tonight, whether captured by a trembling camper, a startled driver, or a silent trail camera, reminds us that our planet is still filled with shadows unexplored and stories untold. These encounters, real or not, force us to confront the limits of our understanding. They challenge the line between myth and reality, inviting us to look beyond the surface and ask, what else is out there? What else walks the forests, hides in the mountains, or moves in the quiet places we never dare to go? And maybe that's the beauty of it, the not knowing. The possibility that something ancient, powerful, and unclassified is still roaming our world, keeps the sense of wonder alive. It reminds us that discovery isn't over, that mystery still thrives in the corners we overlook, and that the universe hasn't finished surprising us yet. But remember this, every story, every piece of footage, every chilling whisper in the night becomes meaningful only when shared, questioned, and explored together. That's how mystery grows, how legends evolve, and how truth eventually reveals itself. So before we close this chapter and prepare to uncover the next, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mystery Footage Uncovered, because the world is full of secrets, and we're just getting started.